Okay, so don't mind this old room and horrible lighting, but this is how lazy I am right now going to my parents' house. I am literally officially rocking fanny pack. That's how lazy I've become, is that I've resorted to fanny packs. This is what we call the closet room. Can you see? This is the closet room and the cat room, because we have a really, really old house and we don't have closets. And because we don't have closets, this little tiny extra bedroom, I think this is like a 9x9 room. Like, I think I measured it was 9x9, really small. So I don't understand who could have a bedroom in here, but it was a 4th bedroom. So it's like, it's really weird. Our bedroom only has 1 closet, but we like this bedroom because of the lights. The guest room, which would be the nursery, has 2 closets. So technically we probably should use it, but it's like a weird, narrow room. So it's just not as cozy. And then we have my husband's office, which is weird, closet room. And there's the cat. Listen, I gotta go, man. Hey, Stu Guts. I shall see you guys outside once I get out of the house with my fanny pack. Fanny pack, fanny pack, fanny pack. I was going to go outside, but this little guy, this is what he does to guilt me when I'm about to leave. Look at that. How can I leave when you do this to me? You're too cute and I feel so guilty. You know what you're doing to me. Oh, come on. Don't look at me like that. I gotta go, bud. It's hot. It is hot, it is hot, it is hot. Hello everybody, I'm back. I just want to give a little update. We've officially started the transfer cycle. Don't mind me, it's very hot in the car. And I just wanted to, before I drive, because it's Father's Day, I'm going to my parents, I just want to give a little update. So basically we have technically and officially started our transfer cycle. It started with, of course, my period on cycle day 1. My period was very delayed, which is weird for me. I thought it would come right on time, basically because my first period after my egg retrieval came on time, but it was delayed, and apparently that is normal. So, if you get done with your egg retrieval and you have noticed that your period is late, like your second period, it's completely normal, apparently. So like after egg retrieval, my first period came, I think, like a week later, which the nurse said it would. But then, I guess, I don't know if I ovulated late or whatever, but my period was about 4 days late. So it's very annoying because when you want to start like a transfer cycle and your period's that late, it's just like, come. But it came, and then I went in for my blood work on cycle day 3. And while there for my blood work for cycle day 3, they do an ultrasound just to get like a baseline scan of your follicles. My next monitoring appointment is going to be Thursday, which is technically cycle day 10. So I was telling the IVF nurse that when I was pregnant, they said I had a retroverted uterus and that they couldn't see anything abdominally. And she was like confused by this. She's like, they should have been able to tell that you had a tilted uterus just by the transvaginal because you can see it's tilted. And I was like, well, apparently they didn't. I really didn't like this OB. So basically, with my OB sonographer, when we had my 8-week scan, they tried to do it tongue twister, abdominal ultrasound instead of transvaginal, and the sonographer was like, oh, I can't find your uterus, this is so, she acted like I was a freak of nature. She acted like I was so weird, okay? That's what she acted like. But this also happened during the 12-week scan. Now, I don't know what the heck was wrong with the OB sonographers, but it caused a lot of concern for me, which is why I brought up the IVF nurse, and she said, let me just test it to see if we can see it, abdominally. So she did it. First she couldn't find it, and she went a little lower and she found it perfectly. So lo and behold, even though my uterus is tilted, the only reason why my OB sonographers could not find it was because they didn't go low enough. But I just wanted to give a little update on how the cycle is progressing so far. I'll give you an update on Thursday, because Thursday will be the day that we go in for another monitoring. That's cycle day 10. And normally I ovulate like cycled on a normal cycle, like 14, 15. So I'm curious to see like what happens next. I've never done this before. I will keep you posted. On another note, yesterday was my due date, which I realized is also my niece's birthday. So I don't know why it didn't register when I was pregnant and my due date was June 15th, but that's my niece's birthday. I think I was just so overwhelmed with everything. So yesterday was my niece's birthday, and yesterday was my due date, if I would have still been pregnant, and today's Father's Day. So I am going to go to my parents' house. I got these super big sunglasses. Look how big these are. I don't know why I hide my face with sunglasses, but I hide my face with sunglasses. But anyway, I'm gonna get going to go to my parents' house for Father's Day. Got my dad a fruit tart. I will keep you all posted. The next update will likely be a little after Thursday, but I think I'm just gonna upload this all as like one big thing just because it makes more sense too. We went to a reservoir because my husband has a kayak and he just got like a motor thing for it and he wants to take it out, and I'm a bit scared. But as for now, I'm gonna try to document some of this sunshine day at the reservoir. It's beautiful out, even though I'm terrified of falling in the water. Like, I don't know if you can see it, let me see. It's up there. I don't know if you can even see that. Oh my God. I'm so nervous about this. I have PTSD because when I was a kid, my dad took me and my brother's friend to a mountain lake in New Jersey. And at that time, you could rent canoes. I'm not sure if you can still rent canoes, but back then you could rent canoes. And as soon as we got in the canoe, my dad tipped it. And I fell in the murky, awful water. So I'm particularly terrified of going to these type of things. There is the new canoe. But anyway, today is Wednesday, June 19th. It's Juneteenth, and my husband's a teacher, so he is off from school, even though it's the last week of school. His school goes later than other schools in the area. Other schools are out like the first week of June. His goes until this Friday. Tomorrow I have my second monitoring appointment to see how close I'm to ovulating. That should be interesting. Beautiful day though. We wanted to go before it got like super hot because it's like a heat wave this week. It is, I think, 92 high, which isn't that bad, but it's like 9 a.m. and you can already feel it. It's hot. Little fish. Where'd the fish go?
What's that brown house?
It looks like a little shack. What is that? It looks like a doghouse. What's in that little house? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. It's literally like a little shack. And these life vests are super hot. Welcome to the hottest place in the United States right now, my house. It feels like that. This heat wave is not stopping. Last video that I filmed, me and my husband were at the reservoir, taking out his kayak, having a little bit of fun in the heat. Thank God we went in the morning. And as I said then, I had a monitoring appointment coming up, and that was today. So today was cycle day 10. It was my second monitoring. So I'm just basically trying to document this transfer cycle just for anyone who kind of is like trying to figure out what to somewhat expect with a modified natural cycle. This is all new to me, so I'm learning as I'm filming this for this cycle. When I went in today for my baseline, something was going on in there because I have never waited that long. If your fertility clinic is like mine, it's like a revolving door. So normally it's like super fast. Today I was waiting in there from 8:05 to 8:46 to get scanned. And yes, I was watching the clock. I even killed a centipede in there. Like, I was doing all sorts of things. I was bored. But they came in, they told me they had an emergency, but this time I had a male doctor who I never met before, but he was super thorough and explained everything fabulously. I really actually liked having him. You know, he did the usual. My lining was like 7.2. He said that was good to go. Both ovaries had 7 follicles under 10, but my right ovary had 1 lead follicle that was measuring at 14. So I was assuming like, oh, that means I'm probably gonna trigger soon. So when I left there and I went home, I've always gotten in the habit of basically just checking the portal and looking over my scans and everything like that for the day. And I noticed that my scan was there, or my, like, it's like a little graph they put on there, and there was no lead follicle. It just said I had 7 under 10 and 7 under 10 on both ovaries, and that put me in a state of panic because the way my clinic works is that my team is my nurse and my doctor, and what they do is that they look over your monitoring appointment stuff. Like they look over your hormones, they look over your ultrasound results, and they kind of take that information and then they go and they decide when you're going to come in your next time. And based on what I was looking at, it looked like I was not ovulating anytime soon because all of my follicles were under 10. So I don't know, it put me in a state of panic. I'm like, oh my God, they don't see it, blah, blah, and I ovulate for it, you know, like the usual like female psychosis I go into. It was just bad. But I messaged the nurse, and the nurse said to me, she's like, no, it's fine. They must have forgot to put it on the portal, but we see it. I'll call you in a little bit. So she called me and she let me know that my lining looked good. She let me know that she wants me to come in again on Saturday for, you know, monitoring, but she thinks that I'm going to she thinks I'm going to trigger then on Saturday based on like what things are going right now. Anyway, my brain is short-circuiting. I gotta go get an ice cold shower. I'll update you guys Saturday. It is still hot. I'm still sweating to death, but I had monitoring this morning. And if you remember, last update I gave was that I was expecting to probably be triggering soon. The last time I talked to my nurse, she said to me like, oh yeah, you'll come in on Saturday and you'll probably trigger that day. Well, that is because when I went into monitoring, I supposedly had a follicle that was 14. So they thought because the follicle was 14, I'd probably be triggering Saturday. Well, today I go in, my biggest follicle was not 14. My biggest follicle was 12.7. It was much smaller. And the doctor who was doing my scan actually ended up taking a video of it just so she could show the doctor, because what happened was my last scan, 2 follicles were like so close together, like on top of each other, that I guess they measured it as 1, but it really wasn't 1. It was probably like 2 small ones. So I didn't have a size 14, I had a size like 12.7. So the doctor who did my scan today was actually the one who did my egg retrieval. She's really sweet. But she said that your doctor will probably have you come back in like on Monday. She was just assuming that based on the follicle size. But I got a call from the substitute nurse, like the weekend nurse, and apparently my doctor wants me to come in tomorrow at 6:45 in the morning. So I think that the reason my doctor wants me to come in tomorrow is just see where my LH is, see if it just like has a growth spur. I think she's being safer than sorry, which is fine with me, and I will keep you posted. It's weird how like the transfer cycle is really just like so up in the air. It's like you really don't know what's going on. But I'm hoping everything continues to go smoothly. I just kind of like want the transfer to like come, that transfer day or the trigger day to come, just so I know it's like, I'm like really nervous about like having a surge too soon. I don't really know what happens with that. All this transfer stuff is very, very new to me. I think that like the hardest parts of every process is just like the waiting periods. That has to be the worst. Like the hardest part of the egg retrieval is waiting to see your results, like how many eggs were mature and how many fertilized, how many turn into blasts, then if you're doing Petri tests, how many are normal, and then the hardest part of the transfer will clearly be like the 2-week wait. That will be interesting because I feel like with the pregnancy symptoms, I kind of like know what to expect with pregnancy symptoms, even though pregnancy is different. but because I'm gonna be on such like a large progesterone suppository, I know progesterone mimics pregnancy symptoms, so I'm not sure if I'm just gonna be completely confused. So staying sane during that period should be interesting. I will keep you posted on that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's his butt.
Why does he have such a big butt? He has like a female butt.
Why is it a? I'm just trying to understand why it's a butt in the magazine.
Why is it a female butt?
No, it's a guy.
I know, but he has like a girl's ass.
No, but like, what's the purpose of it being a butt? That's a magazine cover. In New Jersey. New Jersey butts. Hello there. This is called a mess. Why? Well, because it's too hot for me to care. Honestly. It is way too hot for me to care. That noise right there, that is an air conditioning. That right there, that's a cat on an invisible chair. Me, hi. I'm here. I just want to let you know how today went. Today is Sunday, and I am here with another transfer cycle update. So, as you know so far in the journey, my first monitoring appointment after the main baseline scan was on cycle day 10, and on that scan they thought I had a size 14 follicle. After talking to my nurse, she assumed that I would maybe trigger on Saturday. Went in on Saturday, they realized it was not a size 14 follicle, but it was actually 2 follicles that were together being a little sneaky. Then it was only 12, so they said, nope, I'm not triggering today, come back on Sunday. Well, today was Sunday. And as of Sunday, my estrogen has went up. It went from 200 to 300 and something. And my follicle went from around 12.7 to like 14 something. So I'm going back in tomorrow. So the saga continues, and I will keep you posted. So tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow I will find out. Other than that, I also get a tooth implant in tomorrow because I didn't have a back molar, and I get to put my crown on. It's clipping day tomorrow. A tooth and maybe a trigger shot. We shall see. Why do you think? Oh, he's ignoring me. He's already. Hey, pay attention to me. Hi. Hey. Hey. Oh, he doesn't care. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. Don't mind the mess. The room. And this room also has a butt. A butt. Okay. There's a butt. I had that dentist appointment today, and right before I had the dentist appointment, my nurse called and she let me know that I'm triggering tonight. So it is happening tonight. Tonight is Monday, June 24th. And I'm triggering between 8 and 10, I believe, she said. So the protocol for this is tonight I trigger between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, I do nothing. Wednesday, the 26th, I start my progesterone suppositories, and those have to be done at a certain time. So I have to do them morning and night. In the morning, it has to be done no earlier than 6 a.m. and before 8 a.m. And then at nighttime, it has to be done no earlier than 6 p.m. but before 8 p.m. So that is the schedule. So I just continue that until Sunday. Sunday, the 30th, I will have a blood work appointment just to make sure all my hormones are at a certain level. Not really sure what they're supposed to be. And then Monday, July 1st is transfer day. So hopefully that goes well. And then I guess after that, I come in July 3rd just to check my base, like my hormones. I guess they're checking like estrogen, progesterone. And then I come in July 10th for my pregnancy test. So I guess it's not a 2-week wait. I guess it is a 10-day wait. So we'll see how that goes. I think my mom's calling me or she's butt dialing me. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna pick up. So I'm gonna stop this for now, but you guys will see me tonight when my husband stabs me in the stomach with my trigger. That's good. Do you know where it is? There's a big horse pill in there. Not for a horse. But I'm keeping in the fridge because our house is so hot. Today was trigger between 8 and 10, and tomorrow is my day off. And then, on Wednesday, I have to start my progesterone suppositories, which are PP pills, and the cats will give me. And those will be done between 6 and, look at the light.
Sorry.
It's all my ADD. And I got a tooth today. Did you tell him about that? I think I said so yesterday, but I didn't have a tooth. I was a toothless fairy, and I got a tooth today. First time I had that molar since I was 15 years old. And then I found out from my dentist that I did not have premolars. I was born without premolars. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? So I have a tooth. Yeah, look at that. Wait, oh, you think you need the needle?
Let me wash my hands.
And
should I use the swab? Do I have to start to do that to the needle now?
Am I done?
Oh my God.
You didn't match on purpose, by the way. This is what I have to start on Wednesday. These are the pills, and these go in your vajayjay. This is what I like to call the horse pill. You want to see it? This goes in, I think, the day of transfer. It's like a rocket. Look at it. It's progesterone. I don't know why it's different.
That's not those antibiotics.
No, the antibiotic is a cream. It's a gel that I put in the night before.
You don't have it yet.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
Look at this cute little face. That's a cute little face.
Okay. Outro now. This is the outro. Outro now.
This is either, if this is part 1, there'll be a part 2.
Okay. Bye.
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye. Bye.